It's Manchester United going to take on a team known as Nottingham Forest. That is tomorrow around lunchtime. And it's really going to be a very huge game to be played in the Premier League. Welcome to the Manchester United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. We are here to bring you the match preview of Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Remember, the first game we played at Old Trafford, went ahead to win it by 1-0, though it was an ugly defeat. We obviously won it by a slack of luck. You know that very well because Wolverhampton Wanderers tore us apart. They annihilated us. The only thing they couldn't do was to put the ball at the back of the net. But the second game we played away from home, we lost to Spurs by 2-0 in a game that we dominated the first 30 minutes, all first half an hour, and we find ourselves in a situation of not really capitalizing onto the two chances we got. One was that of Bruno Fernandes, Rashford had a couple, and very many others. So this time round, we're returning to Old Trafford in a different atmosphere altogether. Straightforward end will be buzzing. The entire Old Trafford crowd of 75,000 people plus will be buzzing and obviously rocking to see to it that we really win off this game as a team of Manchester United. So smash the like button close to 100 times. Don't forget to obviously subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. Remember, we want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 16,000 subscribers before the end of this month. 7 days to go, and let's make it happen. Not so? Now, when you look at Manchester United, we're really having a couple of injuries, and Luke Shaw is the latest injury that we've gone ahead to obviously find ourselves in a situation of obviously getting. Luke Shaw, Tim Heaton, Amad Diallo, Mason Mount, Kobe Menu, Tyrell Malacia. We are having close to 6-7 players. If I told you add on Rasmus Højlund, 7 players were anticipated to return after the international break. That is Rasmus Højlund for you. But when you look at Nottingham Forest, Felipe is in the final phase of his recovering from any injury, and Beyoncé, Hennessy both have knee injuries. Omar Richards, leg fracture. Ola Ayin is doubtful because of the groin issue, and Sergio Aurier, who provided 2 assists against the Blades, and will hope to keep his place in the starting 11, and very many others. Anthony Elanga is one of those that's going to hate to come in throughout Man United and obviously join Nottingham Forest. He threatened Arsenal, and you really understand that according to the style of play that they're going to play at Old Trafford, because they're going to sit back, he might be a pain in the ass, or a needle into our skin, or a thorn in the skin in that beautiful game of football, because he obviously knows that stadium, he knows it like his own home. But that doesn't stop us from beating them, because last season it's the team that we played very many times. We played it 4 times. Twice in the Premier League, we beat them, I think, 2-0 in the Premier League, and away from home it ended 2-0 also. In the Carabao Cup semi-final, the first leg ended 3-0 in favor of Man United. I remember Bruno Fernandes, Wout Weghorst, and I think it was Anthony. Then when they came to Old Trafford, I think won that game by 3-0. So it was really one of those games that, one of those ties that we never lost any. That is it. And I think, did they even score a goal in any of those ties? I don't really remember. So it shows you that we have a very good record on them, and they're coming at Old Trafford. And Eriksen Dalot is going to this fixture wanting to obviously see the full control of the game, because the reason as to why he brought in on Renana is to improve on how of play, ball distribution, playing from the first third of the pitch through the central axis to the final third. But it looks like things are not going the way he wants them to go, and it looks like this is the fixture that comes in a perfect way. When you're playing Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, it's a fixture I would always want to come in through early enough, because you want to use that fixture to prepare for the game of Arsenal. You're going to be playing next Sunday on the 3rd of September, and you would love to get the momentum and build it up highly to obviously take on the side of to obviously take on the side of Arsenal. That is it. So Nottingham, they played their game over the weekend and they won by 2-1. Which team were they playing, by the way? Nottingham Forest, the team they beat by 2-1 over the weekend. It was Sheffield. It was Sheffield and they won that game by 2-1, meaning that they won that game and they're really having some huge power. According to the way they played Arsenal, the opening fixture of Arsenal at Emirates, you feel a little bit of, you get a little bit of fear, because there is the way they obviously grew into the game and they gave Arsenal some hard time, meaning that we shouldn't allow them to grow into a game. We should kill the games off. Now, Anton Martial is back and we don't know whether Ten Hag is going to start him, but let's go into the predicted starting 11 of Manchester United as far as it stands. We go to the system. It's a 4-2-3-1 for Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. So, after playing a 4-2-3-1, let's go to how the players are going to be. Obviously, in goal, it's going to be Andre Onana. No doubt about him. He's a very good goalkeeper. He has gone ahead to outshame very many people that went ahead. Obviously, that is not a very good shot stopper. He's really a very good shot stopper. He's one of those goalkeepers that you would trust your team to have, especially when it comes to shot stopping and ball distribution. That is Andre Onana for you. So he's starting in goal. The first game at Old Trafford, he kept a clean sheet, and we look forward to see him keeping another clean sheet at Old Trafford. Remember, last season, no team kept more clean sheets at home than Man United, because we just had close. Were they 10, 11 clean sheets at home? That is Man United for you. The right back position, obviously, is going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing into that position, because he has gone ahead to prove to us that he's really good, and Anthony Elanga might be given a chance to start that game. That gives Aaron Wan-Bissaka a very good display into the beautiful game of football. Remember, when we played away from home, Ten Hag took him off the field of play because he got a yellow card and we are playing away from home. But Bissaka is improving his game day in, day out. Then left back, with Luke Shaw injured, I think it's going to be Diego Dalot playing onto the left back of Manchester United. And remember, the last game we played against Nottingham Forest last season, Dalot played as a left back and he was on the score sheet. That is it. He was onto the score sheet. And this time around, they come to Old Trafford when Dalot is going to be played as a left back. I don't see Alvaro Fernandez coming in through to be played as a left back, because Luke Shaw is injured and Tyrell Malacia is really injured. I really anticipate it's going to be Diego Dalot. He needs some playing time in his legs. Having played some minutes again, versus that side of Tottenham Hotspur, it looks like it's really getting ready for the player to get where he deserves to be. We go to the right side of the central defense. It's going to be Rafael Varane. That is it. Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. They really face a very huge battle to face Awoniyi. Awoniyi is one of the most informed strikers. 2 games, 2 goals. Scored 1 against Arsenal and 1 against Sheffield. And he comes in through to obviously go on and obviously threaten the height of Lisandro Martinez. To win those L duels, it means Varane needs to take that position of obviously not seeing this player going into that level to obviously get those aerial duels won by him. Then even Diego Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka have to prevent their forwards and fullbacks from really crossing those balls. Remember the first goal they scored against Sheffield, it was Serge Aurier that put in that cross and headed it home. Then Woods, who came off the bench, also directed a very good cross from Serge Aurier into the back of that, meaning that their power is so much into their aerial duels, meaning that we should be so much observant and obviously deny them to do what they want to do. So in the central midfield, Casemiro is going to be played into the double pivot, but alongside who? Because Mason Mount, his usual suspect this season, is injured and is out for 6 weeks, meaning that it's really going to be one of those pivots, calling in for the return of Christian Eriksen into the mix. This is the team that played the vast majority of the fixtures as a double pivot, and they really won us some good points. But sometimes you believe we need a more physical and spaceman body. That's why we obviously cry in for Sofian Amrabat. So we anticipated our pivot of Casemiro, Eriksen, facing that of Bremer. Is it Bremer? Is it Lema? Lema, right? And is it Lema? No, it's not Lema. It's their midfield three has this Douglas Luiz, right? They're having Mangala. So that is their midfield. Danilo and Mangala are really going to be playing that. But I believe even is it Koyate? What is his name? Koyate, right? Koyate will find himself being played into that midfield. I think he's going to go with a midfield three, and he's going to play with either a 4-5-1 or a 5-4-1 system at Old Trafford, because he's going to be playing safety first. Bruno Fernandes is going to enjoy his game because he's going to be played in favorite position, and if at all he's having Eriksen and Casemiro behind him, he doesn't need a lot of work to obviously come and pick the ball, because Eriksen and Casemiro will do the job. They'll get the ball from the back four or from Andre Onana and pass it through the central axis, hence connecting the central midfield to the attack. That's the very good job of them. Now, if I were Erik ten Hag, I would have gone ahead to play Jadon Sancho, but I know he's going to play Anthony Santos onto the right attacking side of the midfield. He's going to do that. He's going to do that because he doesn't want to drop Anthony, but I would have gone ahead to play Sancho or Facundo Pellistri into that position. Alejandro Garnacho, I give him a chance. This should be the last chance of Alejandro Garnacho to prove to us that he can be a better player when he's playing in the starting position of the left attacking side of the midfield. But I don't blame him a lot. Do you know why? The entire team is not playing well. And if at all you are to blame a 19-year-old for the entire team not perform well, then you look like you don't know what you're doing. But the moment you put on that United jersey, we always come here and really call in for the best of you, because the fact is Garnacho has gone ahead to reach in positions that can give him goals and obviously put up some very good end product to the game. But obviously he finds himself in a position of giving up and obviously putting in what we call a sloppy show. That is it. Now, who is leading the line? Is it Anthony Martial or Marcus Rashford? I think it's going to be Marcus Rashford. And for the very first time, I think we are going to see Erik ten Hag making a substitution around the 45th minute, or 50th minute, or 60th minute. Martial is going to play some big minutes into this game. For those who doesn't start, he's going to get some big minutes into there for you. So that is my predicted starting 11, and I anticipate some changes to be made. Dalot coming in for Luke Shaw, Eriksen coming in for Mason Mount, all those injured. But for Anthony, I won't be surprised if at all it goes in for what we call he goes in for Sancho instead of Anthony, because Anthony has been really wasteful the first two games of the season. My prediction, 3-0. I'm calling for 3-0. I anticipate that his players are going to obviously come out and really put up a very good performance, because Mason Mount has been a weak link into that midfield. So if we're going to have to fix that glip of the chain, I anticipate that we're going to be having a better and better team. But we need to watch Gibbs White. There is Johnson on Serge Aurier. He has shown that he can put in some good crosses that can affect our central defense, and we should stop that from happening. But the midfield battle this time around, I know physically is going to be there, but I think Eriksen and Casemiro plus Bruno Fernandes have shown us that they can compete at any level. So that's what I had for you. Onto the United Matters channel. I call in for your predictions into the comment section below. Who do you want to start? Who do you don't want to see start into that midfield or that team of Man United? Your predictions, comment section below. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, I cover you sorry, my Muslim friends, Juma Karim, because here near me is the mosque. I think you can hear the sound coming from the mosque. Enjoy your prayers. Peace out.